Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be going over one of the most well-known topics today regarding the Dungeon Quest community, and that is the Xmas update or Christmas update, whatever you want to call it. In regards to the actual update, a lot of people have been holding a lot of anger, more or less, and a lot of dislike towards this update, myself included. Now, many of you may be wondering what's going on with the whole new Voldex dropping this update, you know, with the whole new subscriptions and new mini updates, as well as the whole main course of it being the Xmas update. In today's video, we're going to go straight into that. First off, I would like to start off with the $5 subscription. Now, for those who don't know, Roblox has monthly subscriptions, which you can purchase depending on if the game owner decides, you know, of course, to let that out, you know, manufacture that out. In this case, Voldex obviously went through and they dropped a $5 monthly subscription, which does include the following: the quick swap feature, auto sell feature, VIP game pass, free skill reset game pass, Ragdoll or Regal, Regent, and Reach of Reality cosmetics removed from inventory if subscription is canceled, ultimate potion, which is a 1-hour XP boost, luck boost, speed boost, HP boost, which also refills monthly, 10% discount on all platinum sales, exclusive chat tag and nameplate design, which is also removed if the subscription is canceled. But in order to get all of this, you obviously have to pay $5 per month. There is the curve around this, which you can get temporary game passes, which are exclusive to the $5 per month, which are the quick swap and auto sell features, which can also be unlocked with platinum for only 14 days in the shop. And once those 14 days have passed, your access to this feature resets and the pass needs to be repurchased. With this in mind, it can be very frustrating, especially with stuff like auto sell feature, which is very of demand. A lot of Dungeon Quest players, myself, for the past few years have been actually wanting this update to come out, and for the fact that it's now up for $5 per month or for 4,800 platinum for only 14 days is kind of disappointing. Not only this, but a lot of the VIP game passes are now just thrown out for $5 per month, which, I mean, if you initially paid for it, cool, I guess you already have it. For those who want the VIP game pass, well, good luck, because now you need to pay $5 per month just to get VIP perks. In addition to this, there are features in this update which are held behind a paywall. First things first, Gurk's gifts. The milestones are required of you to pay Robux, not in-game money, Robux, to other people in order to get a cosmetic. It ranges from 1 gift, 5 gifts, 15 gifts, and 50 gifts. Obviously, I found a little way around this. If you give the lowest XP boost, I forgot exactly what it was, it ranges for 50 Robux. Hypothetically, if you wanted to drop 2,500 Robux, that equates to 50 gifts, and you could get the max, you know, gift by all means. I myself might do it since it's obviously the cheapest route I've seen so far. Unless you guys have seen some sort of cheap way around that, I think the 50 Robux per bottle is probably the best method to do so. If anything, I'll probably just do it for one of my alt accounts to just grind on. But other than that, anyone who just doesn't have Robux, obviously that's a challenge for them to overcome, and not every scenario is going to be easy for everyone. So it's very annoying to see a bunch of paywalls for not only stuff like the quick swap, auto sell, now VIP, and now the gift giving system for the Gurk milestone or whatever it's called. All of that ties in. And lastly, for the Christmas clash, where you choose between 3 teams, I'm gonna be for real, as a person who loves playing video games, right? I've also played games like Blade Ball, right? I'm not a big fan of it, and for that obvious reason, it makes me really disappointed to see that they're taking exactly what Blade Ball did and they're just kind of slapping into their own game, where you choose one of the 3 teams, and if one of those 3 teams you choose, for instance, I chose Bob, right? Bob is currently winning with 800 million or something. Whichever team by the end of the month or something like that, or the end of the event, wins, gets the main prizes, right? For that little incentive, it's not bad, but it's not great, right? Because you have to technically gamble. It's not like you can, for instance, I'm very surprised Voldex never even thought of the idea for paying platinum or something like that to switch teams, and then you missed out on any previous claims, or you'll get like maybe like 50% reduction for doing that. That would be okay-ish, but it's not, you know, obviously great to have that feature in the first place. The other incentive is the fact that there is a lack of cosmetics. Now, if you actually open up the cosmetic shop itself, I'll put a screenshot over on the screen, you don't really see a lot in comparison to Halloween of 2024 of the exact same year. There was practically double, if not triple, the amount of things in that shop, including abilities for lower levels, which consisted of speed abilities and all of those things, right? You look at the Christmas shop of like 2024, it is depressing, all right? It is not really worth playing the event if you're actually trying to have a fun time playing Dungeon Quest. Because guess what? In order to get those exact same cosmetics you want to get in this new update, you either have to pay Robux, which comes from actual money, or if you play Please Donate or something like that, that is the only other way, or you actually have to play Dungeon Quest. There's no incentive. There's no secret boss fight. There's no little update to Greg or anything. It is just straight up just play Dungeon Quest or let other people play it for you. You know what I mean? So I've only grinded roughly about 10,000 snowflakes or so, which is like what, 2 days worth of gameplay, not even like spending like 5 hours or anything. I think I spent like a total of 2 hours combined, maybe less, and I got 10,000, right? That is also because one of the days was I think weekend day, so I got obviously 5 attempts to do my daily raid. Besides that, the update itself is very poor in engaging viewers and players alike to understand what's really going on. It doesn't really give an incentive to actually play it for any other thing besides, you know, cosmetics. I mean, it's one thing when the cosmetics obviously, you know, look good and then they're behind pay, but the issue is half the cosmetics aren't even all that crazy either. I feel like if anything, they're kind of okay-ish. If anything, Halloween 2024 was better with the cosmetics. Now, there are some that are great. I mean, obviously the one on the thumbnail itself, I like that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty chill, right? But there are others which are just kind of, they're there. They're not all too crazy. And it's just kind of depressing just to see Voldex release this update. If anything, what I personally would believe would be a better update would be to do something just like Halloween, like 2023, 2022, where there's at least some sort of boss fight or some sort of incentive to do so. When Voldex first dropped their Halloween update, it was very entertaining to an extent, especially with the boss fight. That was nice, but you know, of course, it took forever. But when you got down to the boss fight, that was fun. All right, if they implemented some sort of boss maze or like just some little game mode you had to do to collect it, where it would scale, the damage would scale based off of like Greg's scaling. For instance, I could be like level 250, right? And I could be playing with a level 50, right? If I do a certain amount of damage, let's say I do, let's just throw a random number, 700 quadrillion at level 250, right? To the level 50, I don't know what the actual damage scale for it. Let's assume the max is like 100 million, right? For the level 50, that 100 million is their max. So my 700 quadrillion will be their 100 million, and it scales down upwards. You know, obviously their damage does what my damage would do, and it scales just like how Greg does based off of your armor and whatnot. If that's possible, that can be easily implemented, and that could reward all players with a fun experience and an experience that allows every player up every level to actually work together to defeat a boss. I think it's much better to have that and just straight up say, hey, here's an update, play Dungeon Quest. But of course, that's just how I see this update. Overall, do I think this update is worth it? Not really. If anything, it is a solid 3 out of 10, and that's me being nice. With the whole paywall system and just everything being behind money and Robux, it brings little incentives and actual forms of entertainment to viewers of all kinds. But that'll be it for this video. Remember, pineapples are vegetables. I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember to buy my merch as well. That'll be in the description, as well as join my Discord server, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, stay safe, peace.